farm implements like everything else. And basic movement of Kata. We got an old bow up here that's beat up. It's not a good one now.
I got 3 of these.
Okay, you got 3 in here. I don't think it's sharp enough right now. Common movements, one, is the same as with a toolbox. He comes in, you block one, then it slides back down and cuts. You see the movement, 1, 2, that's what he's doing. You're blocking up here, cutting back down. So as he strikes at me, I go 1 up in here, and then cut back down in here. The counter can be used as in here he comes in 1, and you, okay, move it up, and you hook in. See, that's this way. Just chew the hell out of it. Then you hook into the bow, and you pull it, okay?
Let's see if I got it.
Well, don't worry, we won't do that anymore. Come here, I want to do something else. You're here, he strikes 1 up in here, and you do the same thing with this as you did with the other one. You reach inside here, like this, to disarm, okay? And work with it, okay? You just try with it, like you do with the side. Blocking up in here, he's here 1, that's the same thing. You take it down in here, and you cut in here with it. We'll have here, and you block up like this, and then cut across. And underneath hits, we'll have the movement here where you're here 1, 2, and then you cut in here 3. They do cut in here with the count down in here. This is your target behind the collarbone. This is where you're popping when you're hitting in here. Or you're cutting in here like this, okay? You bring it down in here and here. You get a lot of this. We'll use no nichi, means 2. So in the movement, when we're working it, we'll come back like this and you come up in here like this. Don't confuse that. What the movement is this. 1, you're like this and it's up in here. The other one is just spare. You cross them, but you're only using 1 when block. Or if I've got them like that and I come up in here like this and I'm like that and I bring it down in here like that, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the bow down in here and cutting in here with it, okay? Then they have the movements, of course, in here. Just be very careful. We're going to have to do this slow. Because I don't know how sharp the things are that you have, but if you have to work them a lot, you have to be very careful. What other moves they have there? Well, they have the one movement in here where you're back in here, and as he strikes, I'm here, and it's 1, and then you grab with it actually, and you hit in here, or you hit up in here with it, okay? Either one of the 2 for me to work with. It's in the Kata also. The movements in here, they have them on the end of the form, you turn, and it goes 1 like this, and I block and get out of the way. And then he comes back in with the other end, and I come in here and I go like that, and I'm blocking it in the Kata also. We're working. There's just low circular blocks. Movements in here, when you come up, you go like this, and the form represent your Furudachi when you do it, and the form you'll see it done here. Now there are many different ways of handling the Kata. You see some people work them up in here when they do a wrist manipulation with them, okay? It's really, it's nice. Looks good, but it really is, the practicality is not there. Primarily, we're kind of going to work here or off the end. And the reason they have the string like he has there, what you should do is you should cut that and knot it, and then leave it loose, and you wrap it around your 4th finger in your hand, loose, and then hold it in there so that, and when you work it off the ends like this, you have it, and then if you've got it for some support, you can resist, and if you can't resist any longer, you just open your hand up and just pull it off, see? That's what the strings are for. I know you've seen some of them where they swing them on the string. Something has that I have it on film and something running it, but I'm not going to do that. Does that make sense? I got my guy in it off. Like I said, many different ways. I like working off the end of the commentary. Toyama and Nichu is not going to work that way. Toyama and Nichu are kind of up on here. This is where you're going to be working most of the time up in this area. But you can work off the end of it, and there are, you got a lot of moves, like a counter show, which I work a lot of, they have it up in here and you work, and it's just, you let the blade do the work. Let the blade do the work. You turn it, that's here like this, down, out, got it, flop, and you're like that. Movements is circular. With Toyama, like I said, it's not going to be that difficult for anyone. I know it. Let me walk this slowly for you. Now I'm going to start like this to the side of the body. And then it's the break double. Knee come up. in. Thumb, retreat, and back down. Chi, double block. Whoa, you gotta be careful. Okay? Which is on the next one. Go. See, somebody's gonna be cut today, probably somebody's gonna be cut. People are gonna get a lot of sharp. Go, up. Chi, up and down. Hot, in, down. Block, down, clear the body. Block, clear the body. And up. Back up again, and down. Double again back. 1, 2, up and in and down and up. This time you just do it down. Drop down 1, you drop down 2. Up, back up and down. Change the combo around. Cut and block. Cut and block. Cut, pull, and up. Go to the top, strike. Back and cover. 1, up, in, up and block. Cut, kia, back, up. So now we're going to not that much. 4, 6, 8. Like coming Boyama, Hito, Y-A-M-A, Boyama, no Nichu. No Nichu, Nichu. No Nichu, no Kama. Boyama, no Nichu, no Kama. Okay. Yos. Take them and the Kama just come out and block like a rotate, and they come back, and here, 1. Come up to Kobudo, keep the knees bent, strike. Or get them so the points are down. Don't get them in here like this. Get them so the points are down. So that you're down in here, or down in the arms. Now, when you come back, you kind of pull back in here, and step, don't step wide this way. Step kind of back behind yourself, and use that double block out. 1, and we cut down. Step forward, Jodan, Gidan. Now be careful when you take the right one inside. Jodan, Gidan. Up. Now this time, instead of stepping back, just raise up, and here 1, block, and come down. Now over the top again, 2. Then, knock it out of the way. Block. Now from in here, when it's down here, take them and swing them all the way back in another circle, all the way back around, and just put it back and block down the other way. Now Kobudo. Step back on the right, left foot behind, raise up and block. Okay, now turn them. Turn them so they're over your, no. Turn them so that you're like this. Right, because you want, when that thing comes in, you want to be able to hook. Pull it down. Then you want to be able to hook in there. See what I'm talking about? You want to, not so much in this way, but like that. Okay, 1. That's your block. It's just like your jump was up here. Same thing, just like that. Let's see, where are we at here?
Turn.
Okay, we step back. Step back. 1, and up, and down. Step forward, left low, right high, block. Step forward, right low, right, left high. Okay, up. Up into it again. I'll show you how you advance this. We were talking about advancing before and on the vocal. I'll show you how to switch this. Up, 1, and down. Just raise your front leg and down. Then up. Okay, now you got to the side, you got to sit under the knee. 1, lock. You bring it back around. You do the same thing over here. 2. You make a big circle just like this in front of your body. 2. Up. You do that sequence again. Back. Up. Block. Put the counter drop so that they're pointing away from your elbows. From in here, you're like this. You just open the hands and pull them around. From in here, you go out and you cut up like empty. Take it, cut around flat. Bring it up, and here's where you're going to cut yourself like this if you aren't careful, okay? And the legs up and around. From in here, you go 1, you strike. 2, you strike. You leave it up and you go 3, you step up and you hit. 3. Okay, from here, you pull them back. 1. Go ahead. Then you do step up all the way. Okay, from here, cover. 1. Cut. 2. Step back. Block. And down. Come out with the left hand. Block. Down in here. Step. Side fix almost. See? Step inside, almost side fix. Over there. Cover and out. And up. Go. Gate. Shoulder 2 down. Gate down. Legs together. Flip it. To the side. Go. Cover it off. You want to trap. You don't want it to go like this. You want to trap this in here. Just want it on the leg. Yeah, so you clear it enough to the top of your head that it's going to not hit you. But you want to trap it in there. Now it's come down and hit that blade. So that from there, you can, see what I mean? You can catch a little bit of that wood and get it out of the way. Same way down here on the bottom when you're here. On this one here, it's down like that. You want it there so that you can kind of catch and hook it. You know, when you come in here, you want to be able to control it. You're in here like this with a bow, and you're 1, like this. And this is a controlling movement here when you cross. You pull both blades in like this, and then cut back in here. Anytime, the best thing about the blade is not only the cut the opponent, but it holds the weapon against you. And that's the good thing about the kind of, where with a full cut, all you do is hit it with a piece of wood. With this, you hit it, you want to cut the blade as much as you can, so that you get some feel. You know, you start to take it away, it's taking you with it, and you start to control what you're doing. But up in here, it should be about like this. I know when I do it sometimes, about myself where I'll be like this, it should be about like that. You're using the hand as a block, not the blade. You use the hand back here to block it, not the blade. Okay, this is what stops right here. But the thing is that after it hits that wood, that's when you dig that baby in. And off of that block, one more time with it. Off that block, you don't even have to look. You're like this, he hits it. If I'm here, I don't have to look. I just stay on that wood all the way down, and I'm going to get where I want to get. See what I'm talking about? I don't have to look. Because my partner hit it, I just bring it right down. And that's what you're doing in here. You go 1, boom, you just got in the hand. What you're going to cut in the hand, just come back down. You get a lot of that when you get in these forms. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another maneuver they've got. Not this maneuver, but another counter. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're kind of coming around, blocking, cutting down the hand, get this, block up in here, and you cut that down the hand again. That's a very, very typical maneuver for a counter. You use it a lot. Okay. Good. Toyama no Nichi no Kama. Toyama no Nichi no Kama.
No, Nichi no Kama.
Right. It's out, down, up, 1. Retreat, up, block, cut. 1, 2, up. On the second one, you don't step back, just bring it up in here and you go. 1, and up. Side, 1. Over the top, 2. Nice and flat front and bottom. Up, foot over. Step back behind your side. Block, 1. And down. Left forward, double. Right forward, double. Get a low hand over the front leg, is the way you remember it. Up, foot over. Raise the leg up and forward, boom. So shin block is what it is. And up. Consider it. Go. 1. Over. Consider it. 2. And up. Back. 1. Down. Comma change. In. 1. 2. 1. 2. 1. 2. Hold it. 3. Strike. Yeah. Yes! Back, cover. Up. Go. Joy, exercise forms. This is Kobudo exercise form 1. A little different, you'll see the pace is a little different. About inserting, what we were talking about before. Move up, see? Move up. Yeah! Look at that band-aid, my hand is slick, Bobby. Yeah! See the ground? Remember? Keep just moving on it. You go in and you hit, and then looks like some of that. It's getting sticky in front of my shoulders. And when I was up in here like this, you know, you turn. I used to hit back in here with it. I can't, it didn't feel right. And but oh, shit, here I go. There goes my. These things are, you gotta be careful with them. These aren't real sharp because they go out behind my nose and my weak with them. But, not before. Let me tell you something. A lot of people that compete come out and they lay a weapon there. You touch their weapon, you know, this is not a sword. You know, that's the idea. This is an Okinawan farm implement that they used to kill people with and defend themselves with. And the thing about it is you don't keep your weapons good. You don't use one at a time. But all this, you know, the spirit of the calm and all that, that's bull. These are practical weapons. When somebody comes at you, you can use them to your advantage. It's the same, you know, with your everything. So a lot of that going to formal meetings is a little bit determined, but it's ridiculous. We're talking about Okinawan farm animals that usually had animal extreme around, you know what I mean? Because that's where they were, you know, when they were used. And so the thing is that you want good sharp weapons, you want good solid weapons, but at the same token, they have no spirit. You know, it's just not that way. What they've done is they've taken a lot of the thing of the sword, they've taken a lot of that They stayed there until they got ready to use the meeting. They don't use the meeting, you know, they had no place of reference or anything like that. So you realize that the soul, the samurai carries the spirit and all this. It just went through the making of, you know, the sword maker, the polisher, and everything else. You know, it's all involved. So there's a lot to that, okay? But I'm not putting Kobudo down. I think it's excellent. It's an excellent way, excellent extension of Kata. But at the same token, I have a lot of some of the stuff, like, you know, in preparation. Yeah, but, you know, it's all preparation. But that's not what you do with what you've done. I cannot, for the life of me, understand yet why people, when they're working, give it this over here. Huh? You seen that? I mean, that looks good, but that's horrible. I mean, I don't even like the feel of that. It's like a quiver feeling back here when I do that. I got myself not that I'm doing that when somebody else tries all I can do it. No. I think that I don't understand that at all. I don't understand this. Oh, God. You know, maybe it's something they say, go get this here. That's a bad way of doing it, you know. But it's above me and I don't understand. And I had one guy come in and go like this. This is cute, but it looks good. My God, I think I have to do what we're doing. What we're doing is we... Is that the police? Pardon me? Talk formal to me. It is Sunday though. The thing is that the thing that's important about this is again the technique, the ability to, you know, be smooth in between the comma. Understand the difference between the comma and a lot of the other weapons. The kobudo and the bow and the sock are impact weapons. Okay, so it's a Kobudo. Okay, and it's very light impact compared to the others. This weapon is different. Its significance is a blade, and its significance is that it has an edge. So the thing is, in this, you have to back off a little bit on the string and look a little more for smooth movement when you're working. Smooth movement and more movement down in here, because it means you have to move this way and that way to get out of the bigger weapons. And so this, you know, is a lighter, should have a lighter touch to it, but it should have a smooth touch. And the ideal combo is the one where instead of you do a major stoppage in the form, is to where the blade is almost constantly moving the whole time you're working. You know what I'm talking about? It doesn't really slow down too much. You don't want to rush it to the point to where you get sloppy. But the thing is, it has a constant flow and movement. It's a constant arc and a circle. And because then it just picks up anything that's away. It's like a wrist or a leg, you know, or a shoulder with a tip or the neck or whatever you're going to get. And it just keeps moving until it finds its weapon, its target. That's the kind of concept you got to have. But you got to, in order to be a practical you have to insert yourself close enough to your opponent to where you can resolve yourself like that. Let's go, yes.
I have a question on the Kobudo tournaments as far as competition. There seems to be so many different ways to go about doing, I don't know, magic forms or something.
That's what we're going to try to do. That's why we're forming the Kobudo organization. And not we'll be able to do that. You know, the thing is that they've taken any hand forms like Ananku. There is Ananku no stop, okay? But they've taken Ananku, they've taken Bushio, Danijo, and they put the side with it, all everything else, and free exercise, expression, and that. I mean, there was a lot on the pole